Two questions I get asked a lot on my channel. One, why are you called the roaming cook, Gary, and you don't cook on your channel? And two, are there any good cooking schools in Bangkok? And today I'm going to be answering both questions. We are at the Blue Elephant Royal Thai Cooking School in Bangkok, where I'm going to be doing a cooking lesson to see if it's something that you should put on your list for your next trip to Bangkok. We're going to be starting off by going to a local market, sourcing our ingredients, then we're going to come back, cook 4 dishes with those ingredients in the cooking school before eating the food that we cook in the beautiful on-site restaurant in this amazing heritage building right here in the heart of Alright, so I got to the cooking school a bit early, so they've led us upstairs. Really beautiful building, as I said. This heritage, 100-year-old, amazing building. And we're just sitting here having a nice little cup of tea, a puffed up rice cake, waiting to go to the market. Alright, so we just met Chef Noro, who is the owner of this place. She's an absolute legend. She's been in the game 40 years now. Just got an award yesterday for being a legend, so she is really a legend. Funny, funny lady. But now we're going to head over to Samyan Market to pick up our fresh ingredients. I think usually they go to Bangkok Market, which is just around the corner, but today, I don't know why, but we're going to get a special trip out to Samyan. All right, guys, so we've just got to Samyan Market, and this is actually a market I've been meaning to do a video at for ages, so I'm glad that I get to show you a little bit of the market now while we get our ingredients. And if you like the look of the market, make sure you leave a comment, tell me to come back and do a full video or a live stream, whatever you guys want. It's a fantastic market, guys, full of fresh produce. Everything is pristine here. This is a bit like Otoko Market, where you would find sort of Thai aunties that are coming down here to get their unblemished mangoes for their dinner party. So this is the place that you would come if you want just premium quality ingredients. A little bit more pricey than a normal local market, but still, compared to Western prices, absolutely fantastic. Krishna is running us through all of the different ingredients that we're going to be using today. We've been looking at galangal, lime leaves, lemongrass. He's going through the different types of basil with everyone now. Obviously, I already know what all these ingredients are, so I'm not going to get in the way because I keep butting in. But it's really, really going into detail about how each different herb and rhizome and all the different aromatics, etc., are going to be used in the cooking for today and just generally in Thai cooking. So yeah, this is a really, really good part, really, really interesting part of the tour. I think you'll enjoy this one. Right, I've deviated away from our cooking lesson, and now Mr. พี่ชื่ออะไรครับพี่ชื่ออะไรครับผมชื่อไข่ครับ All right, so this is the spot, guys. So kind of like kanom bakar, I guess, but covered. Okay. I can't walk past a little bit of taro. Okay, go. So they've got peanuts in them as well. Oh, อร่อยนะอันนี้เผือกอย่างเดียวไม่ใช่เท้าอันนี้เผือกอันนี้เท้า Oh, I was going to say, this is definitely a radish. It's like a steamed radish cake that's then been deep fried with peanuts. Andy's giving me a taro one. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm on a cooking class. Oh yeah, crispy. It's like a chip, like a French fry. อร่อยนะ In the comment section below, let me know if I should come back and try all of these different cakes on a Samyan Market video. Right, I better go and find the cooking class before they go back to Blue Elephant without me. This is cool. You can even get free range gai ban, black chicken as well. I asked her where it's from, and I don't know if she knew, but Krishna, he knows. He can tell what's been farmed and what's coming from the organic farms and stuff, right? You can just tell, especially with the meat and stuff, right?
Course, yeah, we can tell.
But the fat chicken, skinny chicken.
Yeah, it's like if some vegetable which is come from the organic farm is more dark and green, but if it's come from the farm they use the chemical or like fertilized, so that you can see it the different, which is more light and green.
Yeah. Okay. Right, and the fish here, guys, is absolutely pristine. Yeah, guys, this is a top market. I forgot just how good this market is. Even though the meat's out, which would put off some foreigners, everything's so clean, pristine. The fish on ice, the eyes, there's no sort of murkiness at all clear eyes, good indication that they're fresh fish. They've got crabs here, they've got shrimp, they've got prawns, they've got squid, they've got everything, guys. But I think, annoying the rest of the class. All right, so we've got our beef, but we don't actually need to buy our vegetables and that stuff here. Krishna's just brought us down here, basically just to explain what's going to be going into the food, how you use it, and if we've got any questions about, you know, any of the vegetables or any Thai cooking in general, they are here to answer those questions. But they do have a very, very popular restaurant, cooking schools here and in Phuket, restaurants here and in Phuket. So they have suppliers, they have farmers that they work with that drop everything off daily in the morning to the schools, because you couldn't just come down here and buy all of your vegetables and your herbs and stuff every day. Wouldn't make sense. But it's good to come down here, especially if you're new to Thailand and you don't know any of this stuff. Very knowledgeable and explains every question that you might have about Thai food. But guys, I think I'm annoying everyone with the camera, so I'm going to put it away now because we are just about to head back in the car to the cooking school and get cooking. All right, so first up, we're in a demonstration room. So Chef Chai is going to show us how to make this Thai green curry. We've got recipe notes to follow, and then we're going to go into the Thai cooking school in a sec and then recreate. So Chef Chai started the demonstration by telling us all about the different ingredients that were going into the green curry, all of the different aromatics, all of the different vegetables, the chilies that you've got to use, etc. Ran us through the beef we were going to be using. We're using Australian tenderloin here. Every detail was expertly explained before he showed us the Thai way of smashing up all of the ingredients in the pestle and mortar to make a nice coarse paste. He then went through the cooking process, how to cook off the paste, when to add the coconut milk, etc, etc, when to add all of the vegetables, the aubergines, the pea aubergines, and when to add the beef. In went the Thai basil. The beef just got cooked for a couple of seconds. He then plated up a little tiny bowl each so we could taste exactly how our green curry is meant to taste. Thank you very much, Kopon Nakab. Right, so we're going to try this now, and this is what we're going to try and recreate. So, don't want to tell Chef Chai this, but this is what I've got to beat, and then the ladies are going to taste it and tell you if mine was better. I'm joking. All right, so we've got recipe booklet, and we've got our very own Blue Elephant apron. So this is really cool. If you've never cooked Thai food before, or even if you have, like I cook Thai food a lot, but I've even learned a few things today. Chef Chai, very, very knowledgeable guy, and he's running us through all the paste, how to cook it, how to extract all the flavour. All right, and I forgot to tell you guys, for anyone in the UK, they're actually now selling all of these curry pastes. If you don't want to make all these pastes yourself, you can actually pick these up yourself. I will leave links in the description box below. You can pick up all of these delicious handmade curry pastes in the UK. All right, so we're starting off, guys. We're starting off with some chilies.
No order. You can.
No order. We've got makrut lime,
Yeah.
chili,
Good actually.
galangal, shallots, and garlic. Coriander root, very important, guys.
Yes.
If you can't get this in England, just use the stems, all right? So I started by chopping up my chilies and my makrut lime and my galangal, etc, etc, before smashing them up into a paste ready to cook. Ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, so I pounded up my paste. I can't go any more than this. This is hard graft. It's still a bit too chunky, so I'm going to do a little bit more. But in the meantime, I'm going to give my arms a little rest and start on the old globe aubergine. Eggplant for any of my American viewers. So I really want to keep mine quite chunky. Usually I would just halve them like that. That's how I would usually cook this. But Chef told us to chop them up. So we've got globe aubergine, we've got pea aubergine, and we've got some pik chi fa or spur chili. Serrano chili, there you go. Cut that on a diagonal.
Sweet chili.
Huh?
Oh, sweet pepper.
Sweet pepper. Yeah, there's not much spice to these guys. That's going to go in at the end.
There's a coffee lime leaf here.
Thank you. Some kaffir lime leaves at the end, along with some Thai basil. It's not just amazing food that you get to meet new friends as well. We've all got acquainted now, all helping each other out. Well, not really. I'm not helping anyone, but they're helping me. Good day out.
Can I turn the heat on?
Chef says good enough. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Look, we could still pound some of these kaffir lime leaves a little bit better, but it just is what it is now. Low heat. We've got rice bran oil. Use whatever flavourless oil you want, or you could use coconut cream, I guess. In with the paste, guys. Make sure you get all of it. Right, and you can see that's going to start bubbling straight away, so we really need to... Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. No, it's quite difficult to do with one hand, guys. Keep that paste moving, we don't want to burn it, do we? Before it burns, in with a little bit of coconut cream. Not too much, just little by little. There's a lot of oil in the coconut cream, so we're going to continue to cook this. I don't know why I'm talking. I'm just going to let Krishna talk. Thank you, buddy. Not only is he a great teacher, he's also helping me with my handle because I've only got one hand. Right, so the coconut milk is nice and thick. If you want it a little bit thinner, obviously you can just add a little bit of water.
Or chicken stock.
Or chicken stock, even better. Luckily he's got some chicken stock for me. Right, I'm going to go in with my aubergines. And don't worry guys, I am going to do all these recipes again in a separate video at home. Anything we learned today, but I just thought I'd give you one full recipe while we're here. Yeah, I'm going to go in with a little bit of chicken stock.
It's chicken stock, but today they just add the herbs like lemongrass.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so a little bit of stock with herbs.
A bit later.
Just to sort of loosen that coconut cream up. Because coconut cream, coconut water, as we got told a second ago. Right, so those aubergines don't take long, guys, once it starts bubbling. All right, so we're going to go in with the fish sauce. I like mine salty, so we're going to have all of that. Right, we're just going to take... So we've got some palm sugar here. We'll just use half of that, I think, for now. Then we'll check it, because you can't take out, can you? You can only put in. Yeah, that's sweet enough for me. In with that beef tenderloin. Right, so that beef, I'm literally going to cook this beef for a couple of seconds here, guys. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Separate that beef. In with the Thai basil, in with the kaffir limes. Yeah, that beef's cooked through now, guys. I'm gonna chuck in 3 of the chilies, 3 or 4 of the chilies. Take it off the heat.
And please have a taste. How does it taste like?
Right, we've got to taste it first, guys. Oh, don't say anything, guys, but it's better than chefs. No, I'm joking. Let's get all the beef, all the veg, and that last bit of sauce over the top there, guys. I could do with my tweezers here, guys. Just garnish with those leaves. And just like that, guys, we made our own curry. Not the most beautiful thing I've ever made in my life, but taste all that matters. All right, next up we're going to learn to make the golden bags. Now I'm not going to run you through absolutely every recipe. I'll stick the recipes up in the description box below, and obviously you can come here and do this yourself. And I'm going to have a bash at these when I get home, but if I record the whole process of every single dish we make today, I'll be here, well, you'll be here for about 4 hours. So I'll just show you little snippets of what we do from here on out. I don't really want to take over Chef Chai's cooking class, so I'm going to be quiet. But anyway, this looks good. All right, this is one I'm not going to get right, guys. My wrapping is absolutely atrocious. As you probably noticed, if you've ever watched any of my videos where I have to wrap anything. We will give it a go though, guys. We will give it a go. So for the golden parcels, we mixed prawns and pork with green curry paste, and we then wrapped that mixture in wonton wrappers and tied it up with some blanched spring onions. This is not something I'm particularly good at, as you can probably tell, but I did manage to get the hang of it after making about 65. All right, that's the best one so far. This is a combo. This was me and Chef, so I'm taking some of the credit for this one, Chef. All right, last one, guys, and I'm gonna get this one right. I'll get in there. Look at that, guys. Look, I've done it. I've done it, finally. Look at that beautiful little parcel.
Okay, look at mine.
Oh no, she's killed me. Someone's made pasta before. Look at Alison's, absolutely beautiful. Very nice.
You had to say that.
No, absolutely beautiful. I'm also under pressure because I know Brazilians are good at pastries as well. So we didn't actually get to cook the parcels ourselves. They actually fried them for us, I guess because this is a beginner's course, but I would have liked to cook my own. The same thing happened a little bit later on when we made chicken satay. They grilled them for us. I guess, again, because it's a beginner's course, maybe some people aren't comfortable frying and grilling their own food. All right, so we just made the third dish, which was a chicken cashew nut. Didn't feel the need to show you that one. But the last dish we're gonna be making is pad thai, and then we're gonna be sitting down and eating the lot. Last up was the pad thai. So again, I will leave a recipe link in the description box below, but this came out pretty well. Not a dish I cook too often, I must say, but as you can tell by my face, it wasn't bad. In fact, it was so good, they actually gave me a certificate of excellence. No, I'm joking, obviously everyone gets this certificate when you do the cooking course at Blue Elephant. We said goodbye to Krishna, who was absolutely amazing, before he led us downstairs to eat our feast. So we got to eat all of the food that we cooked ourselves. Now I need to stress, guys, that this course is for beginners. This isn't for intermediate or advanced cooks. This is very much a beginner's course, but fun nevertheless. All right, guys, our time has come to an end. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was amazing. So much food. I wish I had more appetite to eat it all.
Did you enjoy the cooking class?
Yeah, super instructive and like really fun. Such quick, easy dishes to whip up and make. Really fun.
Who would you recommend it for? Like,
I think anybody traveling, like I think a big thing for me traveling is like the things that you can take home for you, and like cooking is something that you can take home and share with other people. So exploring and doing some of that stuff is always a great way to share stories with other people. So anybody traveling.
Perfect, thank you so much. Alison? Sorry, I've got to get you on. We're best friends now. Did you enjoy
Just
it?
because I held the camera for you.
Yes, my camera lady.
Really did. Fantastic day. What a great way to spend a morning, afternoon as well. Trip to the market was brilliant. Just one course after another. Super. It was really good.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so there you have it, guys. If you're traveling around Bangkok and it's your first time, I would say definitely if it's your, if you're new to Thai cooking, this is a great little intro into Thai cooking. The market, all the explanations were spot on, and you get to sit down and you get to enjoy it with all your new friends when you finish. So yeah, I think a roaring success. I will stick links with how you can book and everything like that in the description box below. Also, I'll stick a link for those pastes that you can pick up yourself in the UK now. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to my food, finish off here. It's quite quiet in here, so I think I'm being a bit loud. So I'll love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching to the end, and I will see you in the next one.